What's up, fellow gamers? Welcome back to Let's Play Seven Nights Flashpoint. I have a bit of a jump cut here. Actually, before I even say that, as always, feel free to skip ahead to mission start. It'll be timestamped in the description and in the timeline at the bottom of the video. But let's quickly recap what happened since the last episode ended. I realized that there is a limited number of maps available in the early game because they meet them out over the early game progression, and one of the three maps that is available is the exact same one that we just ran on Forward Op not very long ago. And so in the interest of making sure that we had new content, I basically got up to the point where this mission was offered by a contact, saw that the tile set was not Rec Site, which is what Forward Op is on, and said, okay, let's stop there. But because we had to advance a little bit, we finished up laying the groundwork for the Field Op Center. It's to be done in 5 days. This is pretty much as early as you can build it, or close to, since you have to build the nanoscrubber first, and then, you know, get the second room ready. This could have been a little bit more efficient, honestly. I spent time digging out, you know, some power wires here that I didn't need just yet, so this could have been a bit sooner, but it's worth noting that this thing will be done in 5 days, and Loophole Heist is not due for 19. So the nice thing is we're going to have a Field Op Center ready for that mission. That's pretty sweet. We're also digging out this room with the hopes of building a Field Ops, not Field Ops, sorry, but an Underworld Hub. That costs 100k, and because we're getting half pay per mission, we're only getting about half that, or 2/3 of that, off this mission here. So we'll need to get some optional loot to get all the way there on that. Actually, one thing I realized is I screwed up a little bit. I have so little money that I want to buy the Matrix Snoop here because we have a yellow Matrix host, and I've actually got to make money for that real quick. We've got some pending legwork that we'll do at some point when we have time. We've still got this recruit eventually to be grabbed when we need him, but for now, no one's injured. But yeah, I just realized I have to actually make some room, and so I'm going to just sell, I don't know, I guess just one of these, whatever. I'm going to sell a revolver, make a bit of money. Great, we have 20k now. One thing I could choose to do, and I've been thinking about a little bit here, is I've bought level 2 basic pistols. There is a world where I sell like most of these secondaries off and, you know, only keep 1 or 2 of them, and just rely on the basic pistols here as my sidearms if we get into louder missions. I'm not sure I really want to do that. If I did, though, it would allow me to afford more weapon mods for the weapons I'm already using. One thing I want to point out, actually, is that I bought an upgraded assault rifle here for the Cyber Knight. So she's got a Street Dragon now, which is the best. I think this is the best primary weapon that you can buy in the early game. It is one of 2 level 2 assault rifles. It comes with inbuilt pure damage, which means it'll scale into the later game as you wait to get your nanofab online and build higher level weaponry. But it comes with really good range. It comes with really good full auto accuracy. I was also able to afford the max range version of the scope. This does come with minus arc, which can be a problem. The basic AR actually is very, very bad overall arc. And if you did that on a basic AR, as we can see here, it would drop the full auto arc from 45 to 35 degrees. That's incredibly narrow, and it'd be really hard to get more than 1 enemy in the spray. Not that it's a huge deal, but you still sometimes care about that. Ultimately, as far as I'm concerned, I think this is the best early upgrade you can go for, and so my whole squad's got level 2 pistols with a silencer that you come with, and with a range scope and accuracy scope that we paid for, and then I'm starting to push in for level 2 weaponry here as well. And it means I'm not going to get as much money for the other building upgrades, but as it stands, we have money, and we have downtime, right? We got the mission due, and nothing else to spend our money on, so let's go cash out and get some gear. Ultimately, not much else to bring up. Actually, one thing to bring up as well is that, yeah, we limit broke on Octane. Now, I want to note, actually, something I've discovered, is that this limit break is non-random. I have another save file, another run-through that's actually in about the same spot here. Slightly different settings and overall rules, but I'm just kind of playing it off camera. And I had the exact same 2 traits offered by Octane to level up, both the baseline one and the one that spent the favor on. So as far as I can tell, every single time Octane is your first limit break in Cyber Knights, she offers plus 25% for files or missions. I forget which one, but it's one of those short time ones. And if you spend the favor, you get this thing, which increases the price when selling used goods to her. Now, I don't think she actually buys many used goods, so this is a little bit useless, but it's at least, you know, some kind of permanent progression on her. I thought that was interesting. It's kind of all I brought it up for. I just kind of thought that was, I don't know, worth maybe talking about, right? Worth sharing what I've discovered so far. Anyway, it is time to run the mission. We've got Blacktop Gig. We don't have a Field Op Center. Yes, it would be done in time if you wanted to wait and let these kind of buildings complete, but the problem is I would have downtime where I have very little to do here. Like, yes, I could put in power or something or put in cooling, but realistically, I want the money so I can make sure I can keep the upgrades going. And I can maybe run some of this legwork here. Like, I have this legwork on offer, and there might be another one gonna pop up. I want them done in time for loophole heist. So, we're gonna run the mission itself. We're gonna go ahead and buy the Matrix Snoop. This map does come with 2, and we're gonna spend 10k, not the favor. It does come with 2 Matrix hosts. So we'll probably be spending quite a bit of time here getting the hacking all done. We'll be getting several of our guys to level up. Our Cyber Knight is about to hit level 4. Our Hacker is about to hit level 4, or sorry, about to hit 5. He's about to hit level 4. And then these guys, actually, they'll probably get it as well. So the entire squad's going to level up with the mission, which is pretty sweet. I'm happy about that. So let's run this mission. Let's go have fun. Actually, one quick consideration is I'm probably going to switch his blade out for this Urban Assault. That probably seems like the right thing to do. My sniper still got a sniper rifle. That's all fine. Okay, we're ready to rock. Welcome, everyone. It is time for a Kill 3 Captain's mission. Locate the targets. It's going to be a long and bloody night. We've got objectives. We can leave anytime we want, though, if things get too bad. Welcome to the Trucker HQ. Here's the difficulty settings on your screen right now. Enemies have a lot more health, and they are over a higher power level, right? They are already power level 4 as guards. Now, we've got a very, very dense pack of enemies at the very start here. That is a bit of a concern. It's going to make things a little bit more difficult than it would normally be. Let's try to get some info. Oh, also, this is a captain right here. So, part of the difficulty is that there is a tanky enemy right here. Also worth noting, already has 2 protection points. And yes, that is 400 health. That is a lot of health. Otherwise, yeah, a bunch of sort of regular-looking guards. I'm going to go ahead and throw down look ahead. I feel like just getting the info on patrol routes. Okay, you're actually running away, which I think is probably a good thing. I think letting this guy space out, so that he is gone and out of earshot range, we can deal with these guards before dealing with him later, I think is probably correct. Also worth noting, we've got a Matrix host here. We've got a Matrix host here. I think getting both optional hacks is correct. There's an exit right there, so it's pretty chill. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lockboxes on this side of the map. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lockboxes on this side. So 10 optional loot boxes. We've got 2 Matrix hosts. There's a ton of loot to get here, as long as we can stay safe and play it well. I'm going to go ahead and just bust a security scramble here. We're going to have to turn off this camera probably as well. And I figure let's just, throw it down when we can think of it. Let's go ahead and be proactive on these buffs as well. We're going to probably shoot from behind these shelves. I'm going to aim it kind of forward, so that if we go forward for the rest of these guys, we're going to be in range. I think this should be reasonable. I care a little bit less about throwing down strike zone, but considering where these guys are moving, right, you're going to be there, you're going to be there, you're going to stand still probably, you're going to be there. If I can catch all 4 in strike zone, I will go for it. It looks like the answer is yes, I can. So I think getting 4 guards with strike zone is efficient enough to be worth it. Of course, I'm now out of buffs for a while, but I think that's okay. So you're done for now. Let's throw down our coordinated charge. We are, I believe, fully maxed now. I think it's capped out here, so a lot of move points, a lot of damage, a lot of accuracy. Pretty good stuff there. And then you're not... Oh, you are in range. Let's go ahead and packet loss this then. Alright, so the cameras are out. The guys are debuffed. We are buffed up. We're just going to yield. Let all the guards waste their turns. Let them spend their action points doing nothing. And here we go. So you are indeed standing still. And of course, you're in strike zone. Guard captain is going to walk across the map. I can go ahead and skip forward. Okay, it's not letting me. That's fine. He's going to be in some of the earshot here, but not all of it. I think that's fine. We know that you're not going very far. You're looking at me, but that's okay. You're not going very far. You're going to be okay, too. And the other guy's going to kind of turn his back. Okay, so I think at bare minimum we need these first 3. But worth noting, this guy is at a 14, and this guy is at a 12. So for the most part, next turn should look fine, in that we shouldn't have any major problems getting good shots. So I want to be able to shoot you. I don't really care if I get revealed. I care a little bit, but not that much. One thing I want to check real quick is the minimum range of this rifle. This minimum range is 8 meters. And if I walk to here, I'm within 9 meters, so not a problem at all. Okay. So I'm going to walk 1 meter up, or I'm going to walk 1 section up here. And then if I wanted to shoot, yeah, I don't really have, I don't have both of them, right? I need to get up enough where I can actually get this guy. So if I crouch and go to here, I should have clean line of sight on him where I can step out and go for the shots. If I'm wrong, I'm very, very sad, but I should be okay. So now I'm here, and now we have these two in the line of sight, which I think is completely reasonable. We actually get a surprise target in both cases here, because I'm still in cover. And yeah, let's try to knock these guys out. We have really good accuracy. We have pretty decent crit chance here, thanks to all the buffs. And if we get really lucky on crits, we can actually kill them right away, because we do 1.75x on crit. Alright, so we open up. 5 guards can hear, right? It's these two and these 3. That's actually fine. Yep. Pretty good early damage. Okay, so of course he's turned over and seen an intruder. You've of course been shot, so you're angry. These guys are going to turn over and look, because of course they are. And if I go like this tells me I have visibility on both these guys. 29 meters is actually very reasonable. That's actually a totally normal shot. And so I'm going to walk out here, and I can shoot both these guys. You're probably going to die. You're a surprise target, and this should work decently. Yep. Crits deal a lot of damage. Thank you for crit chance stacking. Alrighty, so next up, we want to make room for our hacker to be able to hit this matrix host. So let's try to be as smart as we can around who is attacking from where and where all our damage is coming from. If I stand like this, I get to get a surprise target here because he's going to step out to shoot. That's pretty worthwhile, so we should do that. Actually, what's interesting is... I'm trying to like plan this out a little bit, because if I walk out like this, he's no longer hidden, right? He's going to get revealed here. And this guy is suspicious, and I guess I'll check something real quick, right? All he knows is that he's heard gunfire. I guess he's seen a body now as well. So I'm going to check something real quick. I'm pretty sure I know the answer, which is that he's not going to get a surprise target here. Okay, it is. Okay, interesting. So I've had a hard time understanding surprise target rules because it feels like it's sometimes not consistent. Ultimately, though, he's counting as surprise target. Ultimately, he has not been alerted to any guards. He knows about hearing gunfire. He knows about seeing a corpse probably, but he probably didn't see this corpse. All he's done is heard gunfire because he turned to look at it, and this guy is behind the table here. So because he's not been engaged in combat yet, he's surprised, and I get bonus hit chance. And if I crit, I'm going to get the stealth crit damage off this pistol. He's me kind of right then, but my accuracy, of course, still very, very good. There's a regular crit, and even if it doesn't kill, the next one would, but it kills, so it's fine. And then I might as well take the shot. Even with a bunch of recoil here from the pistol, we just have so much accuracy from everything else here. Even though he's not under a strike zone or anything, we just have really good shots here. So that one went pretty well. It's time for our soldier gunslinger to come out. If I go here, he's going to be inside of JTAC. That's good. He counts as hidden. And so we get this nice surprise target buff. It probably, if it crits, it'll one shot. But if it doesn't crit, we're not getting it. Yeah, that's kind of what I assumed. That's fine. And then, am I getting... Yeah, okay, I'm going to get rewarded by going like this. I guess I'm going to be outside of JTAC, so that's maybe a problem. Maybe I run to here to make sure I'm still buffed. But essentially, this last shot's like guaranteed to land. In fact, I'm going to get a guaranteed graze because it's under 5 meters. And that way I can spend a 1 action point shot here and get a little bit more forward progress, which I want. Now, the downside is there's a bunch of corpses that they're all going to like time out in about 3 turns. And I don't have a way around that one. That's just going to happen. So... these bodies are going to, generate security tally relatively soon. This camera's not going to see it. This camera, I think I'm going to spend the 1 action point to disable it for longer. I think it's correct. I think it's worth it. I'm not getting across the map for a while, so I think using packet loss again and extending this downtime, I think is correct here. So it's now down for 3 turns. I want to check something real quick, which is inspecting this and seeing that it's going to turn off that camera and these 2 pressure plates. These pressure plates are decently useful because we're probably going to chase this guard captain down. I don't know if he's going to go all the way around the map like this, or if he's going to turn back around afterwards. But he matters. Either way, with my 2 action points, I'm going to go ahead and hack. Mostly all I'm going to get is loading programs, but that's okay. Matrix Snoop makes this kind of look nice. We can see that we got some high quality, or at least these are high security account holders, and then we have a high security file holder. Also probably going to go here to turn this off. Let's turn on normal programs, and I'm going to go ahead and wait and see, there might not be traps here. So now that we have a yellow host, we have 2 ice per node. Connection use has to be killed. Program loading, turns out I need to care about this, so that's too bad, but it is what it is. So I'm going to load disarm, and then what do we have here? If you take any action, restarts all ice, is actually not a big deal, because this actually will pop before anything actually happens. And so, like, let's take track, right? We're at 20 escalation. We're going to get +7 per turn. And the way this works is this still exists before it gets disabled, and so we'll get +7. And what happens is if you do a trap trigger, the trap will spring at the very, very start, which means I can do literally anything. And actually, well, if you do an anti-trap, if you use disarm, disarm will never trigger traps. If you use anything but disarm, any program will trigger any trap that is like functional here. And so if I try to disarm deception this will pop, restart all the ice. None of it's been disabled, so it doesn't do anything. Then I can actually take this down. So here we go. We click. Okay, so it does work as this happening. Oh, wait. Oh, it did pop this. Okay, so because this popped, both of them woke up. I forgot that's how that worked. That when this ice pops, both ice pops. I'm not sure that's actually supposed to happen. I will board it and see if it's considered a bug. Let's see. Yeah. My expectation, I guess, maybe this actually does say when it restarts all ice, it'll turn on traps. That was not my expectation of what would happen. I think that's not normally how that goes, but maybe I'm just wrong about that one. Either way, this thing, of course, we didn't load a program, so of course it didn't do anything, but this thing comes with a passive 10 tally per action, so we have to go for this one first. We get an overclock, which kind of sucks, but we take you out. That's where we have to be. This one is now, of course, ignorable because it's not doing anything anymore, right? It's not going to restart any more ice. I'm going to scan. I see that there's more active ice to get rid of here, and I want to get through that, so I'm going to go over here. And what we have damage to cyber deck, we have connection health, and block remote controls. Well, of course, we'll take this one down at the start. I'll take some connection health. It'll just happen. I'll take another 10% by loading deception next turn. It kind of is what it is. And then we can knock these things out and have my team kind of chase down next turn. This wasn't the prettiest. I wish I had realized this thing was going to pop the way it was. I would have disabled the traps first and just taken the plus, 5 tally per action. So I guess I got that one wrong, or it's a bug. I'm not sure, but either way, live and learn, I suppose. So all we actually get this turn in meat space, though, is +2 tally. That's just the baseline here. I don't think I can really get in here and deal meaningful damage before, he's got so much health. Right, we have to do about 1,200 damage to him before he dies, and those we get a lot of pure damage, which we don't have right now. That really is letting him leave is the only real play we have. And so let's just kind of take all our loot around here, make sure we're away from the cameras when they turn back on. Get a Dazzler, get some money. And basically be ready to... I'm probably going to go from this side here, right? Grab this box, come through. Grab these, and then either join up here or join up here. I'm not sure which just yet. We get to see some new guards. They're over there. We don't know what they're doing, but we'll find out eventually. But really, since we know what this captain is doing, there's no pressure to be... Actually, well, I will wait now because he's in earshot. Alright, well, need to get rid of this. So we load Deception. We knock that down. We sleaze that. And we're going to hack all 3 of them because I think it'll just make our lives a little bit easier. I don't need to look at the camera movement. We know what's going on here. This allows my movement over to the side of the map to be relatively chill, which is kind of nice. I'm going to need to load this so that we can go over here and get through the next node. So damage to connection. Program loading is maybe skippable. It is not based on this being here. Okay, minus 11 health is not a big deal. That is not enough to trigger stress, so I don't really care. Load these up. And it's tally on any action, it's connection use, and we scan from the outside and we see that there's a trap, there's passive ice. Okay, fine, here we go, Financial Fortress. So, if you load a program, if you download an account and download access, well, as long as we don't load any accounts, we're fine. Right, these are done. We can take our 2 downloads. Okay, sure. We get another 2 tally per actions. This is kind of escalating. Now, thankfully, the escalations themselves have done nothing intrinsically, right? Everything's been completely kind of skippable, which is kind of nice. So anyway, I can't end my turn on an incinerator. You get hard disconnected if you end your turn there, so that's not possible. So all I'm going to do is load some more programs, and then next turn we'll go for a flurry of action. We still have another turn of overclock, and I don't know if we'll quite get through everything. I don't need to spike the CPU. I can just simply take my downloads and leave, and, you know, get some decent stuff at the Data Fortress, some decent stuff at the Financial Fortress, and feel pretty good about it overall. Let's again wait for the captain to leave. And I believe he's still debuffed for one more turn. We can skip forward. I think he's debuffed for one more turn, so I can see what he's doing next turn. And it's, oh right, it's still just getting to location. Yeah, that makes sense. Now the one downside is I do not have... yeah, we see there's more guards. Here's 2 up here, including one of the captains we need to kill. Not a very useful loot box, but whatever. Anyway, though, what I was saying was none of our buffs are up for this pending combat. Again, we may still skip the guard captain for a while, but these corpses we're leaving in our wake are going to matter. We should be done hacking by the time these corpse timers actually pop, which is good, but it is going to result in some escalation eventually. I'm going to make sure you're hidden behind this wall, in case these guard patrols go back towards us. For fun, we can actually check where the guard captains are. Yep, there's you. We know where those 2 are, and the last one's going to be over there. Okay. Worth noting that guards that you have not revealed, they do not move. They do not actually start the patrol path until you have put them up in the timeline up here by being within, I don't know, 80, 60 meters of them. I don't know the exact distance, but basically they're gonna stand in place until you make them act, essentially. Alright, well, I don't know if you're going to make this on one action point. We can try. This probably won't magnet in, but it'd be cool if it did. Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay, well, that's what 3 loot boxes down. It's some gear. Again, it's really just money because we're never using consumable items, but whatever. Let's go make our hacking progress here. Annoying thing is going to be, once again, having to take a deception. Connection health is getting kind of bad. I'll take the tally instead. But having to load in its face means you take quite a bit of escalation. We're getting there, right? Looks like we had... Did we actually... Yeah, we had an escalation recently, wouldn't we have? It just did nothing? Whatever. Alright, Data Fortress. If you exit the node, relocate. Download access, damage to connection. Okay, well. I'm going to disable you now. Because it doesn't really matter. Actually, it literally won't matter, so I'll do it in either order. Okay, that's gone. We know this is passive ice, which means I can safely walk forward. I have plenty of action points left. I think an escalation is not going to be a big enough deal. Okay, you're cheapening that, which is fine. AP cost, you should probably do that one first in most cases. Connection use has to be killed. We scan, we see more passive ice. I'm just going to skip CPU, because the only benefit this has is lowering security tally. But why bother? Connection use, I probably have to do more because of these things being here. So we'll have to sleaze that. I don't need scan anymore. It's just now active and trap ice here. So exit the node, download an account, damage to connection, so we can take you down. We can take down download an account. Okay, minus 12 health is still not enough for anything too scary. And then we can take our 2 downloads. And with exactly 0 AP, perfection here, 3 turns hacking, enough connection health left still. We still had 40% left, so we actually had quite a buffer here. And in fact, we never even took cyberdeck damage either, so both those are relatively safe. We can safely disconnect with our 6 or so downloads in tow. And then I think the debuff has fallen off you already, but we'll see. Yeah, I can no longer predict you. I want to let the rest of these guards move in case we screw up and don't get the kills. I don't want them to shoot back this turn. I want the chance to see that we would need to manipulate initiative or do whatever and have a different look at it. You're probably standing still. Yep. Guards that are clearly on choke points tend to be standing still to do their job. And that's an example. Still 2 turns away from JTAC. I'm probably still going to kill... this is actually a very dense group of enemies. This is the kind of thing I would definitely want JTAC Strike Zone for. And or like Tactical Surge Coordinated Charge, but Yeah, that's not me right now. How afraid am I of what your movements might be? I'm probably going to step up a little bit here. I'm going to stand here for now. And I want to know how aggressive your movements are going to be. Let's catch you three. Yeah, you're still running all the way around the map. You're going to go all the way up to, like, here. On turn 4, do I even have JTAC? If I have JTAC, it's enough. Yeah, that's still going to be down. This guy is going to be very annoying to kill, and there's so many guards around that it's going to be, like, a real slugfest. These guys aren't too scary. You're going to look my way. You're standing still and you're walking down. I think this is going to be hairy kind of no matter what. I think I know being here is going to be safe because you're not going to see me. You're walking that way, and you're just not going to be close enough. So I can at least make some progress and then, you know, maybe attack from here or something, or like actually wait until turn 5 and attack then. We'll see. Maybe combined arms is going to be enough, but there's a real chance that I'm going to be playing really slowly and playing for a much bigger assault on turn 5. But for now, this guard captain is so tanky that he can't be part of this fight right now. That's the way I feel anyway. So we'll be a little discretionary, right? A little judicious with our movements. But keep in mind also that when these corpse timers run out, right, at the end of next turn, right? So at the end of turn 4, they will run out. And I believe that will line up with the AI telling a guard to act on turn 5. And so some of these guards are probably going to be heading my way during turn 5 when I intend to open up an attack with JTAC, Tactical Surge, and Coordinated Charge. But for now, they know nothing. For now, it's chill. I forgot about that camera. That camera is meaningful here. I think... Yeah, I think the play is literally just chill. I'm probably going to actually hold Tactical Surge for this as well. Unless the fight starts looking really good for me for some reason. Yeah, you're still guarding. We know what half you guys are doing. You're still guarding as well, so it's good to know that he's useless. Okay, you're done probably going back the way you came. I think you're on a 2-point patrol. I think what you're doing is you're walking down, looking, turning around, walking there, looking, and shooting that back and forth. So during turn 5, without escalation, which to be fair is going to happen though, you will just run over there next turn, and I don't have to deal with you. Guard captain doing pretty similar. We can basically isolate these 3, no problem. And then save the buffs for actually catching up the captain, maybe. I don't believe I want to... I don't know if I want to open up on these guys yet. If the captain goes far enough away, we can pistol them pretty safely. I think these 3 are pretty reliably pistolable, even without big buffs. I guess the one consideration, though, is my hacker has no spare AP. Alright, whatever. You're done for now. I can't yield any further. I know what you're doing, though. So one thing I could legitimately do is from here, shoot that guard. This would allow me to not waste any action points. So everyone's hidden. Great. So I think this is reasonable, because this guy's going to walk away. Ooh, okay, so here's the thought, right? Every guard, if this guy dies, every guard can see it. Well, these 2 can see it. Even if I don't kill him, like, on this action, if these guys kill him, if you're gone, these 2 are seeing the corpse, they're going to report the corpse, and we're going to get, you know, dogpiled on a little bit. But if I do that, I manage to actually use my action points this turn, which I consider very, very valuable. So I'm going to go for it anyway. And then the question is, do I want to use Tactical Surge here as well? And I think the answer is yes, I do. It's not stacking all the action points the same turn where the rest of my team is able to act with, you know, Coordinated Charge and all the other buffs here, but I think this is still correct. The only scary thing... Actually, I can yield now because I have 12 AP, or 12 initiative. So you get to walk away. He does not react to people getting shot in front of him. And I think these 3 are killable without, like, a lot of problems here. So, yeah, let's see. Can I put you somewhere where you have, like, good shots, basically? Like, if you go to here, everyone is in range. If I could spend one fewer action point, that'd be nice, but I can't do that. So it's got to be like this, basically. That's fine, I think. Yeah, I think that's fine. I'm going to leave this guy up because the Cyberknight can reach him, but maybe that's silly. I don't know. Actually, I want to be in a spot where he doesn't see me. There we go. If I do it like that, I'm out of his eyesight, and so I get a surprise target buff. And then basically I want to kill you instead of you because actually it doesn't really matter which way we do it. They can't see each other's corpses no matter what happens here. It's really just this guy. Anyway, I think I have the damage to kill two of them, so we're going to go for that play. The only actually other consideration is that this guy's... also the accuracy's worse, right? Because of distance? Yeah. Let's go here. I think this is fine. A little bit of bad accuracy because of being obstructed. As you can see, even the camera is. I'm going to have you briefly yield so that we can make sure the Cyberknight gets this kill. Focus fire buff is still on. Cool. These guys should see corpses. Yep, he's suspicious now. He's alert because he got shot, which makes total sense. Just going to run you this way. Ray should have no problem finishing this kill. These shots seem decent. I think going for you is not worth it. Okay, yeah. I might have made a small mistake in terms of how I orchestrated this turn, but it'll be fine overall. Okay, we'll put you here. This kill should be free. Yep. Of course, you still see this body, so like this is still a report unless you die. But in 2 shots, you're not dying. There's like really no way. That's just... I would have to get very, very lucky on a stealth crit, and my chance of critting are very low, so that seems very incorrect. Another option would be to try to full auto him. Like I say, actually only shoot one person. The problem is this would make a lot of noise. These guys would turn, but they would still see the same corpse. They would actually also report gunfire. We'd have even more tally. So like, you know, if we shoot, these guys turn, they see the body, they report it anyway. There's not really a point in keeping this guy, like killing this guy right now. I don't think it's possible to get lucky enough to kill him, so I don't see an upside for that. So I think instead what I'm going to do is just be like, you did it, your turn is over, save some initiative for next turn. Orders received, thankfully the same guy. Oh, I think her too. Suspicious. Alright, well, body times by 2 turns, that's going to be a lot of escalation. Luco, Theka, and Ohm have all been sent. Yep. So you're way over there. You were way over there, but thankfully it's guard captain sent toward us, which is kind of nice. This guy's not going very far, which is cool also. But yeah, these timers are all going to run out. Right, they're all going to expire end of current turn. And yeah, that's going to... It's going to make things harder. Again, you've also been sent to go investigate, so these guys all need to die. And what I think we can do here, legitimately, is stack all the buffs. So I'm going to do a very small yield here. Coordinated charge. Yeah, unfortunately, this guy's still at 20. So we kind of got to kill him now. And the question I basically have is, do I have enough Alpha Strike damage? And I think the answer is yes. That I can't delay as much as I would want. Like, these guys have to shoot before Codeblock gets to do his thing. Unless, actually, you know what? Here, let's... Okay, I think I can actually do a whole bunch of damage here. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to take the risk, basically. So I'm going to have you yield back. I'm going to have you bump initiative of the sniper. So that Codeblock gets to go next. Now, unfortunately, I can't do a normal yield without going way too far. So she's supposed to shoot without anything special. I should have, I forgot to. I should have thrown down pre-computed advantage at the very, very start. It was a mistake not to have. So that was a mistake. But ultimately, I'm going to walk up to here. This allows me 4 action points, which is enough for full auto and 1 pistol shot. Actually, if I go here, I have full auto and a reload and a pistol shot. But the range... actually, the ranges are fine here. Even the pistol is going to be, I think, reasonable here. Let's do it like this, then. So run up to here. I'm going to target you primary, so you're getting 2 bullets. Everyone else is getting 1. I'm just going to wake them all up, but I have a, you know, it's fine, I think. Well, actually, one thing I could do is instead aim like this, not shoot the sniper yet. That way I get to force more damage on these two and have a slightly higher chance. I'm going to do it like this. That way we're not, we're hitting the 2 most important ones with the high power gun. This like slightly optimizes the damage output. So it's going to be like this. Okay, we shred armor once. That's a good start. I can now reload my pistol. And yeah, accuracy is not great because of max range, but armor's been shredded once, so it's only 53 armor, and we'll just throw the pistol shot here. It was maybe, nice. It was maybe wrong because I knew I was heading a pistol shot, that actually aggroing him and damaging him because he was going to be one of my pistol targets, I think could have been reasonable. Either way, it's too late for that now. So of course we throw down JTAC, we try to buff the team. I'm going to aim it a bit forward. And so the question is, how many sniper shots do I want? And unfortunately, I also don't quite have line of sight on you because the guard cap is blocking it, which is kind of annoying, but oh well. So it's probably just kind of step out here. Mako does need to die, but I also really want to use my full auto as much as possible. So actually what I'm going to do is yield back to Raze, because Raze has an automatic weapon. And automatic weapons are really good. This is looking pretty nice. Yeah, I'm liking shooting everybody here. Want to kind of maximize my damage here. So full auto, 1 bullet, 2 bullets. I think that's actually reasonable here. I'm going to shoot twice as it is. No armor shred, too bad, but we landed on everyone. Do the exact same thing again. Actually, let's hit you twice, everyone else once. I think it's actually correct here, based on expected value of damage and the crit chance being non-zero. See? There's 1 guard captain down. Okay, that's a pretty good start. I think you don't have to do anything. I don't think we need Overwatch from you. It is time for the sniper to do his thing. And thankfully, you're looking pretty good here. So let's go ahead and skull shot and print action points. This is likely to kill. It did. Oh, I forgot this gun is really loud, though. Yep, you heard gunfire. I should not have done that. Okay, we have a guard captain who heard gunfire and he's going to investigate. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. Oh, well. That is some free escalation that I didn't want. Rest of them are dead. Now, usually hearing gunfire exactly once doesn't do too much to alert people. And they're not going to like run across the map and get really angsty, but that was a mistake. Nice, we got a crafting blueprint for a epic level 2 pistol. So we've got the secure shot, and now we have a crafting recipe for a sure shot, which is going to be slightly stronger, but of course we'll need our nano fab for that to even be a reality, so it'll be a little bit till that happens. We can start advancing the roster. Actually, did you hear gunfire as well? You might have heard gunfire as well. I don't think you did, but you are suspicious, which means... Oh, right, yeah, you were told to act by the AI last turn. So I think going to the edge of the bridge is okay, but not much farther, because he's gonna run toward us, probably, and we'll have a fight on our hands pretty soon. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna still park you here, because there's a good chance we're gonna fight him from inside of JTAC. You can go ahead and yield, I guess. I think killing this camera is not important, via the fact that there's already a bunch of escalation around us. Let's grab our loot. 5k and an item that we can sell. And in fact, it looks like we actually bypassed the camera. That's nice. I guess, again, yield, let the guards move. Is Alpha going to move because of the gunfire? Nope, that's what I thought. We are chilling. Okay, so we are 1/3 of the way through the primary objectives. We are halfway through the boxes now, I believe, or close to it. Whatever, yeah. And now we're going to go for this side of the map. Now, the difficulty is we only have so much security disable. So the problem is there's a laser wire here, a laser wire here, and a laser wire there on the route from going up here and then coming around. Now, it's still the route that gets us all the boxes, right? Like, these are all locked behind these things. But yeah, the tough thing is I've got just the 1 charge on the Cyberknight, and I've still only got just the 1 charge on the Hacker. But I assume within 4 turns, it'll be back and we can take this one down, so it should still be okay, but it's just not the cleanest. There's always a chance we are missing out on something important, and then we'll be kind of sad. I'm going to put you behind this. Actually, it's not going to block line of sight. I could put you here and it's okay. Yeah, you're ahead of everyone else. I think it's fine. I don't think you shot a single bullet yet. Okay, 3 more guards got told to do stuff. Yeah, there was a report of gunfire. 3 corpse timers ran out. Our escalation is body timers again. And a whole lot of people got sent. We're thankfully away from the camera, but yep. This guard captain is unfortunately also going away from us. He's going to be a little bit harder to kill, but I think we'll get him on the way back. Also, there is this guy. There's an assault trooper. He's already got a nice looking shotgun and is relatively tanky with pretty good health and a lot of armor. Once again, typical play is let the guards have their turn, let them waste their actions. Right? You haven't been told to do anything, you're just patrolling. Okay, so it's my turn, and turns out, though, even though you are suspicious, you haven't been doing anything. So the play is... Well, your initial roll is so good, though, that I've got to be at least a little bit cautious around this. I don't think going here and shooting once is actually appropriate. I don't think we get enough damage here. So what I could do is run up here, get relatively close, like this. Well, let's cut it a little short first. Let's get a little more information. So we'll go to the bridge. Yep, so there's more guards. The funny thing is now I'm in range of a person. But this is still only 2 basic guards. I don't want to do much. Your initiative roll is 16, which is a little scary. You're unaware, but you might be told by the AI to act next turn. This min roll is 23, which I think is okay. Let's see, how bad is the attack range? Okay, pretty bad. I think going up 1 more square and then stopping is acceptable. And then hoping I don't low roll too badly on initiative. Okay, you're ahead of one of them. Let's do similar stuff here. I'm going to yield the Cyber Knight and run the Gunslinger forward instead. He's got to run all the way up. That's fine. So this camera is going to see corpses. There's really no way around that one. But you can see the initiative rolls are like half decent, right? What I want to do, and unfortunately I'm probably out of range here, so I did not plan this one appropriately. If this guard moves on his turn, I'm screwed. I don't have a better initiative roll than him, and I have no way of forcing that. Because I was planning using Interference Spike and dropping him to 13, and then I'd be fine. Like, we just go before both these guys and it would be no problem. But I don't have that capability because I griefed. So instead the play is going to be... Go like here, so we can kind of see both of them. I'm going to hope that I actually high roll on the Cyber Knight's initiative, which isn't by any means guaranteed, but hey, it'd be cool. You're turning towards us, and I don't think you're going to be quite 18 meters to you, so I think this is actually not going to be invisibility. So if the AI doesn't talk to you, we're okay. But just barely, and then you're walking away, which is fine. And I could high roll on initiative. Orders received. I'm screwed. I'm getting shot here. Yeah, that was too aggressive. That's my fault. Oh, wait, I high rolled? I high rolled? Oh my gosh, I high rolled. This is huge. I can't believe I got this lucky. We're saved. So tactical surge, obviously. And suddenly we're saved because you were going to run right at us. What an astronomical high roll. That is wild. I can't get far enough away. I have to go like all the way back here to have this guard captain not hear me, which doesn't sound like the best idea. It would help me not get heard, but like, the thing is I don't really want to have to deal with security escalation, so I kind of want to just pistol everyone. And I'm pretty sure I can is the thing. I can also go here, and that... Okay, not quite. There. That is out of earshot, just barely. And that has line of sight on both these guys. I'm not triggering any alarm states. Double check some data. This thing has a noise range of 40. You're at 40, but not below 40, so I think this allows me to shoot, and it's fine. The one downside is I don't have the full auto cone to match, so I need to, like, finagle this a little bit to get the extra damage. This might work like that, I'm not sure. We're definitely now out of range. I still don't have it. I don't really care. It is what it is. I'm just going to full auto you. Decent damage here. I'm going to switch and shoot you full auto. You actually can't see me, just barely, which I find hilarious because this thing's in the way and I ducked. So I'll take my surprise target bonus accuracy. Feel pretty good about it. I'm going to land 2 of the shots, but still. Best use the AP that I have. Yeah, pretty good damage, right? Still reporting gunfire. Good for you guys. I don't care. Clearly don't need the other buffs, right? We're fine as we are. Pretty solid crit. And yeah, he counts as spotted because I think someone saw him. But he can just kind of shoot and it's okay. Actually, I'm going to break out of this obstruction here. So I'm going to like lose some recoil accuracy, but I'm going to try to not have this 10% minus accuracy from the tarp. There we go. Shot 1. You're going to fall into the camera. Probably. Yeah, that's going to get reported at some point. That's fine, though. This camera will likely see us next turn. It'll see almost all of my team. I don't really have a way around that one. It's just how it is. I should let these guards all move. Since no one can threaten me, I want to make sure they're not running toward me, though, and giving me an easy shot. It's time to start seeing corpses. Oh, he's just out of range. You're still patrolling. I don't know what you're going to be doing, but obviously you're going to need these kills pretty soon. Yep, AI is in your ear, but you're not going very far. You are doing hunting. Guards tend to get stuck on this bridge quite a lot. Just tends to work that way. Alright, well, nothing too scary. Let's run you there. Am I worried about you at all? You shouldn't have a reason to look for me, at least not yet, but... Nice, we got some stuff that we can sell. I think trying to kill him is not worth it. Yes, I could walk up to, like, here and shoot the pistol. But I think my chance of fully killing him is very, very low. Especially with how far away Raze is, so... I'm just going to sit here behind this box, be in reasonably good cover, and just wait for the next turn. No real reason to burn packet loss right now. I want to make sure my whole team is ready to be as far forward as they can be. Like, it might take a minute for Permanence to get where she's supposed to be, so let's just kind of chill. I don't have coordinated charge until turn 9. Oh, loot box grab, some more stuff we can sell. If I was using consumables, I'd be really happy about that smoke grenade. Reloading sadly costs 3 AP, so I can't reload with my spares. So we're just going to walk into the middle here. Almost certainly get spotted by the camera. Escalation happens, orders received. Again, all the body timers keep getting cut by the escalation, and it keeps happening. It's kind of amazing. Like, we're getting kind of lucky on the escalation choice, because what ends up happening is the escalation, like, well, it feeds back into itself, right? We keep getting enough kills that it feeds the next escalation right away. And then once they actually see the bodies, they're also going to add more tally from, yes, there's actually a dead guard. Which means getting this influence from under 8 security level is going to be real tough. It's probably not going to happen. One annoying thing is we're not going to get very far this turn because, I mean, she can only barely make it past this gate, which means the hacker is probably going to turn down this gate, and then we'll have to wait for the Cyber Knight next turn to turn off that gate. Again, for now, we should yield and let these guards go waste their turns. Okay, you're staying on the bridge is good for me, actually. I'm going to have you turn off this gate now because I know I'm going to need it. But otherwise, we're going to wait. Yep, you're hunting toward us, but I'm in cover. This is why I chose to be behind this box, because there is a decent chance that you're going to be a threat to me. You're thankfully turning back around, but you were in a dangerous spot for a bit. Or, you know, potentially heading toward me. I want to start heading forward on some of these guys because, like, we know the action turns are coming. I'm actually going to go down to 2 AP. The reason being I need to reload my gun. So I'm going to reload then shoot this turn, and probably throw it on strike zone. I think this is a pretty good strike zone area. The only other thing is I don't know where you're headed. But I think no matter where you go, you're not going to see me. I think you're not going to get close enough. So I'm going to go and be a little bit preemptive here. And yeah, the only downside is I don't know where he's going. So it's like I could theoretically find better spots to aim this strike zone based on where he's going to end up. Like I can aim here and I get this captain, this guard, this guard. Or I like hope I find the right spot elsewhere. But I'm like Raze can't yield after 10. So like Permanence can get behind. Code can do like an actual yield, but Raze just is going to shoot this turn. And so I'm just going to be like, you know what? Just aim like this. For now, we're catching all 4. We're not going to catch them all 4. We're not going to get them all long term. It is what it is. I think spending my 1 action point and shooting here is fine. No, I'm going to wait. I want to make sure there's nothing really funky happening. There's no point in rushing this. Yeah, you're hunting away, so like that was a waste on you. I might really be only getting 1 guard and 1 guard captain on this. Yeah, he's not turning around. Okay, well, kind of a bad strike zone then. We're only getting 1 guy. That was, I don't know. Maybe it was a mistake. Oh well. Yeah, and actually we have so few action points here on the rest of the team that like, this is not a good combat turn. We can probably get this guy no problem, but the rest is going to be kind of crap. Camera sees me, so someone is going to be sent to investigate. Do I feel like... Yeah, how much can I really feel like I can do here? I guess with my hacker being right there... Let's see, you're rolling in 19, you're rolling in 17. I think this guy seeing a corpse is not a big deal. I think going for this kill is fine. The question is, do I have the damage to kill him? And I think the answer is yes. I think the answer is, we've got 1 pistol shot here. Code's going to have 2. He's going to have 1. I think 4 pistol shots... I mean, the problem is the initiative roll is very scary. And I'm out of initiative tricks on the Cyber Knight, so she would have to solo this. Well, I have interference spike, I guess, so it's not horrible. But like, if my soldier doesn't get a good initiative roll, he's not going to be able to buff the team with coordinated charge at the start of the turn. It's going to make that all much more difficult. So I think it's just, yeah, make forward advancement and then get ready to actually have a combat turn next turn. I think that's fine. I think that'll work. I think it's okay. You're just heading, yeah, he's going to find all these corpses. And so the hacker needs to not get heard. Putting you here seems fine. Still no footstep noises. We, you know, sort of wake up more guards, but that's fine too. Yeah, so these initial rolls are mediocre. They're mostly after this guy, which is too bad. We're at least past the laser wires, and yeah, we'll have to probably do some initiative stuff to make next turn go well. Alright, this guy's been sent. Escalation is... Timers again. Why does that keep happening? The odds of that is very low, and it just keeps happening, which I find kind of funny. Okay, he's going to walk out of strike zone too, isn't he? Okay, thankfully no. Alright, we have to kill this guy this turn, I'm pretty sure. Alright, if I can't one-shot you, I'll need to do initiative stuff, so... And the odds of me one-shotting you is very low. Okay, so I've got to move to get a shot at all, because I don't have a shot at all right now. And so I think the play is... Yeah, I mean, I guess I could... Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pre-compute it, because it is back after all. I forgot about that. Pre-compute is back. If I do a normal yield, I'm going right after him, so that's fine. So we'll do a normal yield. Ray is going to throw it on coordinated charge, which does bump initiative a little bit. So now a couple more of us can go for the shot. And what I would like to do is shoot both these guys full auto. Because this seems like the right thing to do, is catch both these guys with this assault rifle. It's going to wake up him, but I think we can force the damage out. I think that'll be okay. So 3, you're going to hear the gunfire. Just shoot at these two. I'm not going to shoot this guy. He's going to hear gunfire, but that's fine. Some damage, but not enough. And then I'm going to throw down marker sights to help get this kill more guaranteed. And I'm just going to finish this kill off. Because pistol, and it's not very good at killing the more armored targets. And then if I want to be really safe here, in case I'm really worried about stuff being really bad for us, I'm going to throw down Overwatch. Actually, I'm going to throw down Link Watch. Link Watch gives you 2 shots. And, you know, right around here, if someone gets really angsty, we'll be able to block it and slow them down. So that should be functional. Alright. I'm going to have her fully yield for now, because she doesn't have a good way to use a gun with armor penetration. This guy's already gone. If this guy walks in Overwatch, we might, you know, clean him out. So I'm going to yield there. I think I'm going to do the same for Code, actually. I'm going to have him wait. Let this guy trigger Overwatch. I don't really care. I want to let him be able to waste his turn first. And then we can go for the Urban Assault and get some decent damage here. So that's the bet I'm making. You've been told by A to move. That's fine. You're not going very far yet. You're moving, but you're not going to get to me either. It doesn't even trigger Overwatch. We're chilling. He will hear the gunfire, though, so it's going to get a lot louder pretty quickly here. I'm pretty sure I can still make the... Well, this guard captain is going to be so hard to kill because he's so far away now. I don't have to kill all 3 of them. You know, it's 22k per guard captain, though, so, you know, try to get the money when I can. But yeah, unfortunately, we got a really big group now, and so it's going to be hard to kill everyone efficiently. He walked the wrong way. Works for me. Nice hunt. I think this is a good spot to throw down JTAC. We're going to kind of get out to here and fight. That seems reasonable to me. Way out there seems fine. Sniper rifle, of course, a little bit useless here. I'm going to have you actually go last as a result. Going to have you yield. And then how much can you get with this Urban Assault? You can get these 2, which I think is worth it. I think going for this play is correct. We've already alerted the guard captain, so I really do want to try to finish this kill. Let me check something. What is the accurate range of this gun? It is 16 meters, so if I go here, you're at 19. It's not horrible. Only problem is I'm blocking Race's line of sight entirely here. But it just is what it is. I don't have a way around that one. So they're all going to hear gunfire. We're going to get a bunch of escalation. What's nice is you actually can't get more than 1 escalation in a turn. So, like, if this goes to, like, plus 30 escalation this turn, we're still only going to get 1. It'll still trigger for this. Like, we'll still go to, like, sec level 7 or whatever. But we won't get, like, multiple reactions from the AI. We're critting but not shredding, which is really bad. That is a meaningful problem here. So we are all out of armor shred weapons now, and it's just like, okay, well, we'll slowly attack this guard captain, I guess. Which is not what I wanted, but it's what we've got. So yeah, I'm just going to walk over to there. I actually can't shoot this guy reliably at all without going really far forward, which I might have to do, I guess. Also, this guy's initiative roll is really high for being an Overwatch. I also want to knock on this laser gate, by the way. It's like kind of important that I do that. So I'm going to knock on the laser gate and then shoot the guard captain twice with my remaining action points. Yeah, it's not a lot of damage, but there we go. That crit helps. All right, Code Block, what you got, buddy? Do you have a shot? Actually, yeah, you have an okay shot here. It's not the sickest, but this is going to work, I think. 3 shots is likely to kill. I can't get you on both of them, so yeah, and our rolls are good enough that we can kill this guy before the start of next turn. He's already alert. He's gonna, like, you know, say, hey, intruder reported and everything, but yeah, okay, we're just gonna go from here. This is fine. He's probably dying in 2 shots. Maybe, yeah, looks like 2 shots. Nice crits. Corpse discovered. Guard captain dead. They're all very angsty for a good reason. Sadly, Strike Zone is just in a really, really poor location. I made a mistake there. Alright, well, we're going to sec level 6. Yep, a guard is missing. Dangerous intruders, because someone is actually alert now. Fatality report alerting HR. And Matrix High Alert is a protocol, which is not horrible. Jibo's been sent to intercept. This turned back on, but we're already out. Again, this guy needs to die quickly. How can I make this happen? Code is going after him, unfortunately. So, yeah, step up here and shoot. And then kind of recalibrate afterwards. First shot kills. Nice. Alright, now the nice thing is I think these guys are going to do a really bad job of killing me. But I think it's still probably correct for me to... Yeah, it's only disabled for this turn. So I think it's going to be like, send the squad out the room. And just really jam on these 2 kills. And these guys are far enough away that I'm not worried about it. These guys are far enough away I'm not worried about it. But, like, the only scary thing is... we can get in a spot... I'm going to put you in Overwatch here, because I'm a little bit worried about what might happen. I'm trying to get him... There we go. I wanted that. No, go to the right. Go to the right. There we go. Ah! Come on. That should be good enough. Oh, darn. Tactical Surge is up. I could have gotten more out of that. So the tough thing is, Big Assault Rifles cost 3 action points to reload. And so, it's like, this is actually probably still fine. I'll go for it here. It just cost me a lot to kind of start the turn out. So if I go here, I still have both of them. These guys are going to hear the gunfire, but it's okay. Yeah, so you guys see me. Full auto, looking pretty decent. Pretty good damage. And then I think a regular AR shot is better here. I'll shoot the slightly healthier one, because it looks like I'm killing him no matter what. Okay, I'm not killing him no matter what. I understand. It was a glancing hit after all, so that's very, very understandable. You're finally coming back towards me, that's good news. Not very far, though. You've got tons of movement points thanks to all the buffs. So let's put you... Yep. Let's put you somewhere like here. That looks pretty good. That's 2 in range. It's more who are going to hear the gunfire, right? We're going to get a lot of, keep getting escalation from gunfire here, but... There's the damage we wanted to see. And so the question is, am I far enough away that I'm not worried about you moving toward me? And I think the answer is actually yes, that I'm allowed to stand just like this. No, that's not true. He's going to get to, like, here and see me. No, I don't think he has the action points. I think I should just, you know what? No, I'm going to stand here because I can step out to shoot anyway. And this should be reasonable. I'm not blocking his Overwatch. Okay, what do you got? Oh. You decided to not take any initiative, and you're going back to your old location. You're going back to where you started. Instead of taking any initiative, and you're like, I'm not checking out the gunfire. I don't really care. Which, that's a mood. You, however, are following the AI. You've seen a corpse. We can probably kill you, but we can't kill this guy who's going to report gunfire back to base. We also got to kill this guy, but I think he's going to keep coming my way, so I'm not too worried about that one. I think we can get that covered. You have a roll of 15. Can you end code block guarantee this kill? Probably not. So I actually might just play to stand up here and then kill next turn. We also got to kill this guy still, so I don't want to go too far away, but... yeah, actually, we should kind of plan this out. I think we want to kill this guard captain first, and then kind of... Well, no, he's actually far enough up that I want to kill him. Oh, you have so much action points, actually. Yeah, 20 meters is fine. This is going to be... It's not going to be 4 shots, though, because I have to reload in the middle. I mean, sniper rifle's here, though, and it's not even going to be that loud. Okay, if I go from here, then... This is... I think this is functional. I don't mind if one of these guys hears the gunfire. I think sniper rifle here is actually totally fine from inside of JTAC. It's actually not good for us. Actually, here's the thing. It's not good for escalation, but it's good for AP. Because I'm going to shoot him. He's going to hear gunfire and report it. But I think that's okay. I want these guys to hopefully die. Now, the problem is I'm going to have actually really bad recoil here. So this actually might... This is going to be like 40% to hit. Oh, actually not nearly as bad. That recoil is way better than I thought it was going to be. So he's dead. But now he sees a corpse. So we just tacked on a bunch of escalation here that we didn't need to tack on, but it allowed me to clear a guard out. The problem is that escalation is going to be reinforcements finally. Yep. It was gonna happen eventually, and here it is. And looks like we got relatively tough ones. These guys are they're durable. So we got 2 assaults and a new captain, I think. Camera, I think, probably saw me, or it's going to. Yeah, so these guys all have 400 plus health, and they all have 75 roughly armor. I can try to run, like, get past them. It is, you know, theoretically possible, but it's like, if you're running toward me, and if you're running toward me, and you guys are definitely running toward me, this is, like, actually a real concern. Like, there's... I don't know if I have the damage for this. Yeah, they're all heading this way. So here's the thing, though. Right, we know where they're headed, and they're headed towards here, where the gunshot was. So if we can get past their vision cone, right, if we can get far enough away, we can bypass the fact that, yes, you may have heard gunfire here, but if, like, we can all hide, right, and keep in mind, like, we can count AP. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're going to get to, like, all right here. So let's get, of course, far enough away that we don't get, you know, tracked on the way out. But they're going to investigate this. They're all going here. Every single one of them. So I can bypass that patrol. I still want to kill this guard captain. The problem is our style is really cramped here. The nice thing is their initiative rolls are, like, all sub 10. So if we can... The problem is going to, like, 15 here or 14 here doesn't really help. Going to 8 helps a little bit. But what I'm trying to do is, like, let these guys move and get out of their current positions. Like, if you're going to run up, we can fight you. If you're going to run towards me, we can fight you. Like, you're not going to be able to shoot this guy. You have a shotgun. You're too far away. You don't even see him yet. So we could somehow, like, get these guys to walk up, deal with them, and then get out of these guys' earshot and eyesight. We'd be in a really good spot. The problem is, it was just, you know, most of my tools are down, right? Like, coordinated charge is down for 2 turns. Tactical surge is down for 2 turns. Like, they're both popping on 13. Yeah, on 13. I don't have strike zone or JTAC back for 2 more turns. So it's like, yeah, on turn 13, we're ready to go Nova. But I don't have that right now. So what I think we're going to do is lurch forward for this guy. Try to wear him down. And the problem is even that kind of sucks. But I think it's kind of the best shot I have is, like, let's just get away from these reinforcements. I'll have my hacker grab... yeah, I'm going to run you here. You can just kind of chill for a bit. Can have all these guys kind of run up here, duck behind some cover, so that if this guy moves out, we can kind of get a quick surround on him, basically. I don't care if the camera sees me, it doesn't matter. But I'm going to grab this. And I'm going to run here. Of course, this guy's got to leave as well. We could... Yeah, not a lot of great spots to stand. You're going to be seen if I'm not careful. Like, there is fine. Camera sees me, but that's not going to matter until next turn. And this allows me to say, okay, well, now what are you doing? Okay. Heading back, that's fine. You can chill. Where you headed? Toward me? Yep, but you don't see me. That wall's going to be a little annoying, but you rolled a 13, so I don't care. You're not getting very close, sadly. I'd really like you to come back to where you were. And we can now let these guards... And the problem is they're actually going to come closer to us. They're going to end up right here and be in earshot. But I'm not sure I can kill this guy reliably. He's, like, really tanky. And I can't really run, either. I think it's reload and do nothing. And as long as he doesn't turn directly to his left, we're fine. Of course, if he does, I'm really sad. But his initiative rolls a 13, so we can, like, just kind of bum rush him next turn. And we know where you're going. And it's not going to be seeing us. Thank you, look ahead. You saw a corpse. Okay. So, if I crouch, am I getting heard? No. Alright, well, I can cheat up then. Alright, get closer on this guy, and then... I will figure out how to deal with this guard captain a little bit later. At some point, he will be sent back, by the way. That will happen. Alrighty, this is a good turn for reloading, right? We've got kind of a slightly more chill turn, so 3 AP for that. And we can see here, right, look ahead is still debuffing them. I think you're probably on hunting, but we can see where these guys are going, and it's still towards all this stuff. So, as long as Code Block can get out, ugh, that's a little scary. If this guy moves randomly, we're in a not happy place, but I think we're going to be okay. And then I'm a little afraid for you. I'm going to put you back behind this, so that if he turns, we're going to be okay. He rolled a 13. Do I really care? I think we're fine. I'm gonna greet it, take the reload, and not worry about it too much. Escalation, please don't be more reinforcements. They can spawn right there, and I'm screwed if they do. They would be immediately just try to get out if that happens. Thankfully, it's body timers again, so you know they've quote unquote wasted several escalations. It's not really a waste because it got rid of my secondary objective and whatnot. But anyway, so you are at a 13. You need to die. There are no guards here. We would have reeled them by now. So the only thing going on is this. And it's worth noting that if I go far enough back, there's not even anyone else who's going to hear the gunfire. So if I go here, no one else can hear it. In fact, I'm going to try to get closer to this box so that I can loot after I'm done. That'll probably do both. I don't care that you hear me. It doesn't matter at all. I get some accuracy. In fact, you turn to the source of the footsteps which were there, so you actually still don't see me, which is funny. Yeah, I'm spotted, you're suspicious, and because of that, we're going to go ahead and shoot you with a assault rifle. We have a 20% chance to shred per hit. We only hit twice. Actually, we think we hit all 3. I'm not sure. No, yeah, 3 of 3. It said that right there. Yeah. But sadly, none of them armor shredded, so oh well. Actually, I'm surprised the pure damage is so low. The baseline pure damage on this... Oh, no, he's got a basic AR. Right. He's the guy with pure damage upgrade in his kit, but he doesn't actually have pure damage on the gun. You're hunting and is not useful. I don't care. Okay, so I'm not going to solo kill him here. So I need to go ahead and throw down an interference spike. And the tough thing as well is that this gun is very loud. And so I can't really get far enough back, like, in any meaningful way to make this go cleanly. So what I'm going to be doing instead is just walking right up here, saying hello, and just go shoot, reload, shoot. Not the most damage, but I have no other real choices here. So, a little bit of damage, not a ton, but it's something. That crit's kind of nice. Let's see what these guys do. Please head back. Yay, he's heading back. Okay, good. We can probably clean up then without too much issue. Okay. Well, this guy had his turn and it was basically doing nothing. Works for me. So I have to go really far away to not get hurt. Right, like... I don't have the option to shoot him full auto and also get what I want, so... Unless I go for only a single shot with the Urban Assault. I don't think that's correct. I think it's just literally shoot a whole bunch of pistol shots here and slowly wear him down. That's so slow going. Man, the problem is he's gonna get a turn pretty soon, and that shotgun is gonna deal a lot of damage. And I can't use items, so if I get bleeding out on my Cyber Knight, I have to like book it for the exit, or I literally hit game over. I can't do another delay. Actually, I could do a small delay. Okay, I could if I do a yield. I yield to 10. This allows one more of the guards to waste their turn, which low-key seems kind of useful. Also, I think I want to do some cheese here. Okay, so here's the play. It's kind of jank, but it'll work. Yeah, this is really jank, but it'll work. All right, so normal stuff. Shoot. Again, I can't shred his armor. I don't have the tools to shred his armor. So it's shoot, reload, shoot. Okay. Not a lot of progress, but this is how much damage we have because we failed all of our armor shreds. Okay, I'm going to Death Watch right here. Now, the thing is, my base chance to hit is not good. But because we're within 5 meters, I'm guaranteed that when you act, this will land a glancing hit, and thus you will be stopped. You are at least walking away, which helps. But I think realistically, I just have to go for this full auto here because As much as it means this guard captain's probably going to go look for me, I don't think we can deal with this guard. Like, he's going to shoot me, which is going to raise alarm anyway. Yeah, and there we go. I shredded first try, so if I had changed the ordering around, this would have actually been better. This might not kill. Yeah, it's not going to. So this Overwatch needs to land, basically. Wait, that missed? Am I not guaranteed? Am I not guaranteed glancing hits on Overwatch? Because that was within 5 meters. Huh, I didn't know that. I actually didn't know that. Also, yeah, he's in full combat. We heard a ton of gunfire. Yeah, they're sending bad guys my way. Makes total sense, of course. Also, where this... Oh, yep. Also, reinforcements have spawned right there, and they're just as scary. So we're a bit surrounded. And it's time to go for, you know, a safer way out, if possible. The problem is the safe evac is way over there. So good luck with that one. But, so here's the ideal now, right? So here's the new pivot, because this has gone to absolute hell. We could try to fight through these guys. I think we could make it work. If we had enough bullets in the guns, we could wear them down. We could probably kill them. I really wish I knew what you guys are going to do on your turn. But I don't. Thankfully, you're still only suspicious, not alert, so like we can hide from you for a bit. We can hide from you for a bit. I forgot to loot the lockbox as well. I'm wondering if I can actually be really sneaky and somehow get behind them. So what I want... Here's what I'm like. Here's the greed option, okay? The greed option is kill this guy somehow. Sneak into, like, this room. Hide back here. Have these guys all check this area. And then sneak in that way as they all leave. And that seems incredibly unlikely to work. This seems very stupid. The problem is... going here seems very hard. I think it's doable, and the reason why it's doable is because I have coordinated charge just now. She's got tactical surge up, so we're going to have a lot of action points and move points. And there aren't that many guards over here anymore, right? Like, these guys are all gone. So, right, there's 3 tough guards here. There's 3 tough guards here. I'm just going to, you know, ditch this lockbox and everything else, because of course I am. But there's, like, a captain, a basic guard, and... can I get code block? Yeah, and I've pre-computed it up, which means I can get code block's turn to go early as well. If we could just freaking beeline, like your vision cone, it doesn't even see this route right here. So assuming we have the damage, right, and your turn's done for now. So really the only guard who has a turn this turn, who can actually see me and know where I am. I guess it's not quite true, because your vision cone's actually quite good. It's not even that bad. I'd probably actually sneak by you. I think it would actually work. You'd see me for like a quarter second, I'd get out. So that's like... I have like a legitimate consideration for that. But if I delay down to 9, that's not going to really work. So... I can't really... I can't yield. If I yield, I don't go, you know, at the right time. So I think all you have is literally running in a straight line, and then hoping the rest of the team can bail you out. And I think that's actually the play. I think that's actually my best option. As absolutely weird as that feels, I think it's literally my best option. So, right, briefly envision, but not for the whole time. You see me for real. That's expected. I'm going to throw down Overwatch here. What that means is if they do come toward us, we'll at least be covered a little bit. So, something like this. Alright, your turn, buddy. I can do a brief yield because I'm going to get initiative back from Tactical Surge. I think I'm willing to not waste the AP on pre-computed here. And I think it'll be okay. The problem is if I go for a full auto, these guys hear the gunfire. And part of what I'm relying on is that they truly don't know that I've gone over this way. So what I want to do is get to, like, here. If I go to here, I have 3 pistol shots. Which should be, with the rest of my team, be enough to kill that guy. Yeah, that's the plan. Obviously, the guard captain is very angry. We got to kill this guy before his turn goes, but that's going to be pretty reliable, I think. I think you shooting now is for the best. Who should shoot this guy? Let's have you do it. It's fine. Down you go. And though the camera's going to see me, I don't really care. How good is you're actually going to be? Is this guy going to die? Odds are good. Good. Alright. Now this guy's, of course, reporting all kinds of gunfire. He's angry and everything else. But there are no more guards inside of the map. What are you doing? You're heading toward me, and you see me. Okay. You see me, but your turn is over. Ah! All my buffs are back up, too. Right, that makes sense. Of course they are. So, here's what I'm thinking. We're going to stage a giant fight on this bridge. Now, the problem is these guys all have initiative, so they're going to make my life really hard. This guy's not going till 15, which is probably okay. This guy, of course, knows there's action. He's not going till 11, though, so it's fine. These guys will... I don't know what they're doing. But we definitely got ourselves a real fight. So it's for sure JTAC. And, I don't know, we'll still put it... yeah, I'm going to aim it forward for the most part. And I think going for a strike zone is also correct here. I got to aim it very far forward. Because, I mean, the like, minimum viable product scenario is we just kill this one grunt captain. And I think I'm going to Death Watch here as well, even though I know I missed the first one. If they're going to go towards me, I want to stop them. Let's put it somewhere like this. I think that is very reasonable. That should be totally fine. That's the cone. And of course, yep, as expected, they do not know I went here. We got past their vision cones. They do not know that I'm on this spot. These guys are going to go to the same kind of location. And so the only reason to go for these kills is to get one more loot box and to get the Matrix host. Which seems, you know, fairly like an unrealistic idea to go for. That doesn't seem like a good option. Of course, now with that one, with those 2 guards now knowing, right, now they're going to move around, right, now they have new ideas, but yeah, none of them are going to go for the bridge. Alright. Well, it's fight time yet again. A lot of Overwatch cones, and unfortunately, by going into Overwatch the way I did, we're now stuck with some really awkward positioning where... Yeah, I made this really awkward for myself. I made it awkward. So I want... I mean, do I even want to shoot both these guys? Is it useful? I don't even know what he's doing on his turn is the thing. But of course, if I shoot this guy, it's gonna make gunfire. And they're gonna know. I mean, this guy's gonna move at 11. This guy's... I mean, he's gonna be in an Overwatch cone probably, so it's, you know, probably gonna be okay, but like... I have a reason to kill these other guys, right? There's no upside to it, so let's just focus on one kill at a time. Let's get paid from this killing this guard captain. It's gonna be really good damage, actually. Thank you, Strike Zone. Thank you, crits. He's probably just dead. Yup. Alright, that's 3 for 3. So the only reason to fight all these guards is for one host and one lockbox. That clearly does not seem correct. I'm going to go ahead and buff your initiative because you're never going to do anything with that sniper rifle. End my turn because I have nothing else to do. So 2 of us go. right? You're the only guy who's not going before these two go. And thing is, Raze is going to drop his Overwatch. His turn's coming up too soon. So Overwatch's going to do nothing. These guys are all going to head my way. But the hope is that we can get this guy out. So I think the play is literally just back up a bunch. So that if we have to give some cover, we can. But I don't really want to be stuck here is the thing. Okay, here's the annoying thing, right? It's like, we can run away from this guy, no problem. He knows where we are exactly, but he's not going to 11. And the problem is, I guess, he's going to go at 11, though, and our Cyber Knight's going to be stuck. Yeah, okay, shoot. My Cyber Knight is stuck. How do we play this out, then? I mean, ideally, we just want to retreat. But the problem is I can't force everyone to go at the right times. If Code had better initiative or something, it'd be like a little bit nicer. Or if I didn't waste my damn Overwatches, it would have been fine. Like, I should have known better than this was never going to be correct here with Deathwatch. This not actually hitting was really kind of bad for me. I thought it was going to get the guaranteed glance, and it didn't. So, how do I manage this evacuation, basically? How do I manage the evacuation? I don't think shooting this guy is good. Like, he's not going to die. It's going to make him more alert, more aggressive. I think you're not going to have quite the AP to get me. So I think I can play for mostly retreating. I think that's actually fine. I'm just going to start doing that. I'm just going to start retreating, even though I'm leaving JTAC. Yeah, you don't have any Overwatch, like, tools. But I just want to retreat my team. Like, yeah, I could retreat to here instead, and, like, who are you going to shoot? And if you're angry, we can shoot you back. I don't know. That's, like, probably actually correct is the thing. Is, like, be at the very bottom of JTAC and then just, like, stand my ground. That's, like, actually correct, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Alright. Let them walk at me because Permanent can't leave. Yeah, you're investigating, you're heading my way, and I'm just at the edge of your vision range, so you see one person. You're doing similar, and yeah, as your turn is over, you see us. So, and the nice thing is, right, for both of these guards, their initiative roll is lower than my Cyber Knight, so the only thing I'm really worried about is you. Now, I am really worried about you, but you're the only one I'm actually worried about. Does shooting them do anything? No. Shooting them does nothing, so don't bother. Well, what it does is allows me armor shred if I have to stand my ground some other way. And I can still, like, run back afterwards. Because we're still, like, running back to here. The shred is big. I can't reload anymore. Well, I can't do much more here, but you've been shredded down to 18. You've been shredded decently. So if I do go for fighting retreat, you know, I can, like, run back one movement point worth afterwards. Which is, I mean, honestly, it's feeling kind of appealing, is the weird thing. Because we just kind of have to anyway. Because there's no way my entire team rolls well enough here. And they're going to chase me, so I think it is a fighting retreat. And that means, yeah, we just, like, put a little bit of damage down. I still think running backwards is correct, getting off of JTAC at this point, to, like, make the forward progress. Like, yeah, the accuracy buff is really nice. I mean, it is really good. It's a lot. 15 crit, 20 accuracy is very good. But I feel like I'm not... I don't know, like, part of me feels like I'm really supposed to be leaving. But I, like, think about it rationally. I'm like, but why? Like, these guys kind of have to be killed. Like, I don't really see another way around this one. No, I think you're going to run back because you're a little bit more shotgunnable. Maybe that's wrong. I'll leave my Cyber Knight to kind of tank here. Also, these guys ever roll well on initiative, we're, like, in a really annoying spot. I guess we'll see what happens. Alright, how good are you doing? And right about now, you're out of AP. You might barely have a shot. Nope, good. Alright, well, Sniper gets to go. I should actually yield and let my Assault Rifle do more here. Only those three can actually hear the gun, which is actually huge. I'm going to shoot only 2 people if I can help it. I think like this is actually... No, let's aim it like this so I can get the best shred chances. Because this guy already has no armor, so there's no point in Like, I want to spread the bullets to shred as much as I can. Alright, kill him with crit anyway. I'm going to move you to here. So I can line them up because they weren't... actually, they were in line. I didn't actually need that. It wasn't going to matter here. Whatever. We full auto again. Nice crit. Decent damage. And yeah, these guys are far enough away they don't hear the gunfire, so... Actually, one problem here is I think I'm blocking line of sight now. I think my sniper can't see. No, he can. Okay, good. He like goes to the side and can see. And he's actually still out of earshot range somehow. That's wild. I mean, I guess I shoot. Wow, this gun has no shred chance, by the way. It's like 10%. And he got it, which is hilarious. Very helpful, by the way, because now his armor is nothing. He also left strike zone, so he's... Ooh, wow. Yep, so reinforcements. It is absolutely let's freaking leave time. We've got another fire comm and assault and captain. Yep, makes sense. Two of us can go, but it is absolutely time to leave. So just because I want to double check some of the stats here. Yeah, they're power level 4. The Warner Braun captain is like that. And then the Warner Braun fire comm is like this. Looks like he's tied with the... Almost tied with the captain. I think he's tied with the assault. Yeah, look like the same. Alrighty, so we cannot outrun you, but you don't have any armor. So I'm going to spend as few action points as possible. Reload. And I think... Actually... Yeah, so if I yield, Koblock has to get this kill. Because I would yield down to 19. So I'm going to shoot once, and I think that'll be enough that I can start leaving. Because Koblock is not going to miss that many times. I think it's literally impossible to miss that many times. Because I think he's going to get a guaranteed glance or something. Here, with this sniper rifle, is it... It's not guaranteed? Okay. Yeah, reload gives me multiple shots here, so... Okay. It's... I could miss 3 times. It is actually possible. I would need 1 more accuracy to guarantee a glancing hit, but... Yeah, we're chilling. But yeah, 0.2 times 0.2 would be 4%. It'd be like 0.8%. So I guess there's a 1% chance that I would have gotten screwed there, but... You know, we were fine. And yeah, I think you're not going to be able to put me in Overwatch, so we're going to be able to get raised to leave. Oh yeah, you're far away. I'm not worried about you. Well, security level 13. We killed one of the reinforcement waves. We are not getting the last of the optional objectives because, of course, we're not. We clearly did not get this at low security level. And of course, the guards only get tankier from here, right? We mostly can't get much stronger weaponry. I am going to get those level 2 assault rifles on more people, and that'll help me chew through these guys, but other than getting like more JTACs, more strike zones, and stronger talents, we don't have a lot of direct damage increases in the near future. But we got out. We're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. Oh, right, and the evac is that way. At this point, tally doesn't matter at all, so I'm just going to run in a straight line. Actually, one thing I can do is wait for Tactical Surge, because it's up this turn. Turn 16 is a Tactical Surge turn, so let's do a very brief yield. Let's buff the squad, and that actually should be enough to get out all the way. I think we make it now. Yep, we make it, so don't need to spend another turn. Now, the important thing is we got paid. We got most of the optional objectives. We're missing 1 host and 1 loot box. That's not too bad. We failed the influence buff, but whatever. But yeah, ultimately, as reinforcements come in, I mean, the reinforcement waves tend to be the tankier sides, right? It is intended, by the way, that reinforcements are more powerful than the starting guards. And so if you are stealthy and don't invest in weaponry, you won't have to face the really difficult enemies. If you invest in weaponry and play loudly, you'll be rewarded with heavy enemies. And that is an intended part of the progression. Everyone levels up, though, which is a pretty big deal. Level 4 is 2 talent points. Level 5, if I recall correctly, is only 1. So Cybernet's only getting 1 talent point here. But yeah, I mean, from all these boxes, looking pretty good. We got 40k in cred chips. We got some crafting mats. We got plenty of things we can sell. And this pistol schematic is going to be nice in a while. All right, well, welcome to, I guess, being back at the base. We made a solid 100k thanks to everything. So I'll do training. And then I might do another just like save and then make sure our next map is not a repeat. There is direct repeat protection built into the game. The caveat is that story missions are exempted from that. And so because the forward op story mission was on Rexite is not on the disabled list, right? It's still eligible here. But otherwise, yeah, we'll do some training, and then I think I won't do a bunch more base management on this this specific recording, because we're already an hour and a half in, and I'm getting kind of tired. My voice is getting kind of tired. One thing I always do is go for Atomic Stutter, and it is very, very good. I like this a lot. I think it's very, very powerful, especially when you're trying to deal with heavier guards that take a while to kill. Just stunning them is really, really nice. But I do want to try... I mean, ultimately, I think, yeah, the sort of power printing of Steamroll, which is, hey, on a 3-turn cooldown, which is, you know, really good uptime, you know, print 4 move points and some decent damage, and, you know, that's not bad. 10% move speed also, by the way, is here, so it's, you know, if you're running, it's good. If you're moving, if you're damaging, it's, you know, decent. I tend to have gone for Downer, but I do think Steamroll is quite nice as an action point printer, and it's probably a bit more reliable. Like, when it triggers, it's going to do something actually good. 35-meter range is obviously great. So I will probably move this way relatively soon. But the consideration in the back of my head is, like, do I want to go for Steamroll really early and leave Atomic Stutter away? Or even do something a little bit crazier and actually go for, like, Downer Steamroll and do, like, really, really attack-focused stuff and leave Atomic Stutter on the table? I think this is, like, the second strongest talent in the game behind Tactical Surge. Maybe even the strongest talent in the game. And also, by pathing up this way, I get access to Rewind, which is really, really good. And the real problem is the talent limit. Unless you want to drop Security Scramble, or maybe Interference Spike to make room for Atomic Stutter. But even then, you have to, like, path around all this stuff to, like, grab Downer. And we can just path through it, right? It's like, it's not... You know, it's not saving me base talent points, but it's saving me a max talent here. But it's like, yeah, okay, at some point I can get talent 6 and talent 7 and talent 8. But I guess at talent 7 I can unlearn this and make this talent 7, and it would be okay. The thing is, the interference spike is good, but, like, yeah, I could walk around all like that and, you know, be able to do that, but you know, whatever. Anyway, I have a hard time not going for Atomic Stutter. I might try again. Like, the talent limit thing is a big deal. I want Rewind, I want all these things. We're also at a point, by the way, right now where if I had a Simstream trainer, I would burn a respec token and go this way instead. Once you're going towards the top, this node is no longer a tax, and so you can grab this node instead of this node to path this way. Fractional action points do not matter until you can get a full whole number action point, so this does nothing. And +1 will doesn't matter if you don't get shot. It's stress resistance and I think wound resistance, so this doesn't do anything for me. Whereas this is 3 crit chance, right? 1 from tech and 2 from crit. That's just good, right? It's just, you know, 2% more damage the node, which isn't the sickest thing ever, but it's not nothing, right? So if I had a Simstream trainer, I would respec this, go this way, and that's why Downer would cost me 0 travel. It's like, it's just there, it's just kind of free. And it's why I often grab it, because there's no travel, as opposed to Steamroll, I have to path through. I mean, to be fair, again, it's 2 crit chance, so it's not like it's that bad of a node, but I have to, like, spend a travel node to get Steamroll unlocked, whereas Down is kind of ready from the start. Anyway, whatever. I spent my 1 travel point. Cybernite's done training. Level 5 is here on the Sniper as well. Yeah, we took the +2 on JTAC. I think we take the second charge here. The alternative is to grab recharge rate on Strike Zone. It's worth noting that actually, so one, duration is not typically needed on things like JTAC and Strike Zone, but also duration is bugged to set the duration of the buff to 1 turn instead of increase the duration of the area by 1 turn. It might actually also increase the duration of the area, but it also sets the duration of the buff itself to 1 turn, which for JTAC is a non-starter. With Strike Zone, sometimes you can swing it, but, like, all it's blocking is +1 charge. meh. I'm not going to take +1 charge just to lose duration, but like a recharge rate's good, right? I'd be happy to have, 4-turn recharge rate. And if this wasn't bugged, I would do it, right? I would go in here and I would grab 2 charges. I could, 4-turn recharge, 2 charges, permanent uptime, for everything that matters. But ultimately, because I can't take duration here, and 5 crit chance is maybe not worth the upgrade points, I would actually, really consider not bothering this row anyway. And again, you really don't need duration. So it's like, it's fine. It's, JTAC's kind of telling you just like go train it appropriately. But yeah, recharge rate on strike zone is worthwhile. And then if you want to be a hardcore sniper, you go into empty lung and nest. You can, rapid ready is fine. Weak spot is pretty good. Or you can multi-class into soldier and like take savagery as your way to get more damage, which is what I'll probably end up actually doing. I also gonna really not make much of a sniper in general. In general, what I'm gonna do is, he's bad with urban assault rifles, so I gotta be careful around that. He's minus close quarters here, minus close quarters here. But like this guy can take the urban assault. This guy can take a basic assault rifle, and it's fine. So my soldier. Right, we're not really doing much gunslinger stuff. We have this, link watch, that's fine. Again, throw and bullet and hold up are good, but I'm going to keep specking soldier. So this is good. Marker sights, adding crit vuln, kind of nice. Iron grip, pretty good as well. 12 recoil is good accuracy. 10% ballistic pure damage upgrade, very good. The tough thing is, like, I think this is worth it. You always grab this. Here's the crossroads, okay? These 3 points are very good. 15 crit vuln, good damage, right? 10 to 15% more damage on whoever you're hitting. Good stuff. This makes it AoE. Now, the AoE is 5 meters, but I will tell you, it is not that hard to get 2 and occasionally 3 in the spot. And turning this into, right, not only getting, 20% more damage from evasion, and 10-15 from crit vuln, which is, now you've got a 40% damage buff, you sometimes get twice as much marker sights per marker sights. That's really good. Getting twice as much, 40% more damage, very, very good. When you take the second charge of marker sights, what this does is say, oh, 3-turn cooldown, 2 charges. I can spam this, and I will always have 1 up if something goes weird. You can just kind of churn through this constantly, and you can always be completely chilling. So you have 2 charges of very often AoE 40% damage amp. That's really good. This is, JTAC levels of damage output, and it's close to JTAC levels of reliability. Very, very strong thing. Not quite, but it's still very good. Iron grip, at a baseline, 12 accuracy if you are running, or mid-spray, and like 20% more damage from ballistic pure damage upgrade. Huge deal. A lot of damage. This is really good. For 1 point, it's okay for this turn, deal 30% more damage. But this is a 3-turn cooldown. You can grab this, no problem. Get a second charge. Again, 3-turn cooldown. You go down here. You go all the way down here, and you get 20% ballistic pure damage upgrade. And if you grab both these, you have 50%, right, because it stacks up. Less recoil generation, which means if you stack 1, 2, 3, 4 plus learning at 5 points in Iron Grip, what you get is you cast it at the start of the turn. It's a 2-turn cooldown with 2 charges, so it's up every single time you fight. And it is for the turn, generate half recoil with 20% ballistic pure damage upgrade, which is like, oh, for the rest of this turn, and it's up basically all the time, deal 40% more damage, and don't generate almost any recoil, which means your second shot is doing like 100% more damage because you're not going to miss any of the bullets. Especially when you consider that marker sights is going to guarantee that you're going to get at least one of the bullets critting. Your hit chance is going to be 100% because of the evasion debuff. And so you're going to get, a full turn of 100% accuracy, 15% bonus crit chance, with like 40% bonus damage, which is like really good. But of course, right, marker sights needs +3. Iron grip needs +4. So that's like 8-9 points spent here, right? Right. This in total costs 5. This is total cost 3. That's 8 points. You know what you can do with 8 points? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Savagery is ridiculous. So savagery is 35%, 50% ballistic pure damage upgrade and 25 crit chance. It is a 3-turn cooldown, and you can make it last this and the next turn. So of course your first shot has to actually kill. So you have to do some setup to make this work, right? It's not the easiest. Or you have to get a really good gun so that your first shot just like does that much damage. But you have to do like a little bit of management to make sure it's okay. But that first kill kills. Congratulations. Go deal double damage or more than double damage for this and the next turn. You will be mowing people down. And so instead of getting like, marker sights, I can help my team do like 40% more damage. Iron grip, it's going to be up like all the time. Again, this is basically a permanent uptime buff because it's a 2 charges, 2-turn cooldown. it's up every time you're actually fighting, don't worry. Oh, 40% more damage with almost 100% uptime. 40% more damage with almost 100% more uptime. Okay, well, spending 8 points just said deal double damage in most contexts. Savagery, similar number of points, says deal more than double damage, or close to double damage, probably more than. To be fair, 50% uptime. Still very, very good. But Savagery gives you 25 crit chance on full auto weapons. Are you hitting 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times in a turn? You're going to crit every turn. What does that mean? Well, you spend this travel node, right? This is the end, right? So, right, 1, 2, 3, plus 5 is 8, right? 1, plus 6, or plus 7, 8. Okay, we got to spend the rest of the points, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Of course, we're like level 14 at this point. What does this do? Oh, when you crit, gain 2, 3 action points, and 1 move point. 4th cooldown is kind of long, but there's 2 charges, which means on crit, regain 3 AP. You know what full auto shots cost? 3 AP. So, you know, you don't have to go according to charge, right? You can, you know, undo all the, like, utility spec stuff and say, actually, you know what I'm going to do? Right over here, someone set me up, get Savagery on for this and the remaining turn. Okay, if I have enough AP left, because, like, coordinated charge or tactical surge or something else, well, I've got 25 crit chance and a bunch of damage. Find the next group, shoot, recoup all of the action points from that full auto shot, and plus a move point to go to walk to the next group. Walk to the next group, do it again. Once again, print 3 action points, print a move point. Oh, my 4th shot in the turn? Yes, please. Let's go down some other group of enemies. And you can just, like, clear 7 bad guys in a turn on 1 character. Because this will print you 6 action points, and this says, please attack 4 times in a turn, you're doing double damage. Yeah, it turns out dealing double damage times double damage because you've printed another 6 AP means deal 4x damage for a turn. Yeah, it's absurd, right? That's just like, it's truly absurd. You can't, you're doing more than a full team's worth of damage on just that character. That's incredible, obviously, right? But this, of course, takes kind of the full combo to come online. I really, really value coordinated charge as making my entire team, you know, 25% stronger. It functionally prints a guy as well. So yeah, those are like the 2 like major paths. Like this is where the most powerful soldier stuff is. Like this is where the most powerful stuff is in soldier. It's all right here at the bottom. Which, yeah, powerful stuff. Anyway, the thing we're gonna do here is I'm probably still just gonna say, you know what? Let's grab a pointed iron grip. We'll kind of dance back and forth grabbing these nodes. I probably won't go for massive iron grip stuff. I might grab second charge, I might not. I will probably grab top row of marker sites, and I'll probably move towards savagery from there. My hacker can be trained, of course. We ended up not using null op last turn because we didn't have enough CPU spiking to really care about here. But I am going to invest in this. I want to get here and get the cost down to 0. So that if there's a CPU in the way, I can really reliably drop the entire thing. 2 charges plus damage is really good. Looking for the rest of it later. That's my training being done. Wonderful stuff. We can go ahead and take our save. And I think for here we're going to stop. I'm going to, again, make sure that the next mission is on an interesting map, is on an interesting objective type, and otherwise we're just going to finish the field up center. We're going to have just enough money to build out a underworld hub. Should be able to run 1 or maybe 2 more missions before loophole heist, and so we can probably get our hacker to level 5. That's going to be no problem. We can get to level 6, I think, pretty reliably here as well. Still only 100 XP per level. Level 7 is going to cost 250 XP, but it's going to give us 2 points again. So 5 to 6 and 6 to 7 is the same amount of like talent points per XP roughly. And then the next like good breakpoint's level 10. So like level 4 is like a solid breakpoint, right? +1 at 5 is not a huge deal. Like basically 4, 7, and 10 are the really good like level breakpoints where you're getting a lot of early bang for your buck. All right, well, I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.